Hey everyone, and welcome to our deep dive. Today we're going to be exploring something really cool and surprisingly simple
Oh, yeah.
for, well, reducing stress and just being more aware.
Mm.
It's called mindful watching, and I think you're going to love this one.
Yeah. You know how everyone's talking about mindfulness these days?
It's everywhere.
This is like its more chill cousin.
Yeah.
It's like the one you can actually hang out with.
Exactly. And we've got
Mhm.
this awesome guide
Yeah, it's a good
to
one.
show us exactly how to do it and like all the amazing benefits and stuff.
Yeah, you know what I find really interesting is like mindfulness is great and all, but sometimes it feels like you need like special equipment or got to carve out like an hour.
Totally.
And like who has time for that?
Right.
But mindful watching is like the opposite.
Yeah, yes, it's so much simpler.
Yeah.
Yeah, our source was saying it's just about like intentionally like observing the world around you.
Just noticing things, you know?
Hmm.
It's so simple.
Yeah, but it's not just like glancing at things.
Yeah. Right. It's like a deeper kind of engagement.
Okay, so
Well, instead of just seeing something, you're like really observing it, like soaking up all those details.
yeah, okay.
We usually miss, and that's where the magic happens, you know?
I see what you're saying.
Like studies have actually shown that like when you really focus your attention like that,
Yeah.
it can actually like lower your stress hormones like cortisol and stuff.
Wow, so it's not just like a, woo-woo thing.
Right.
It's like real science.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm in. So how do we do it?
All right. So our source breaks it down into a few steps.
Okay.
First, you got to get comfy.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter if you're sitting standing or even lying down.
Yeah, just as long as you're comfy.
Exactly. As long as you can like relax and focus,
Okay.
then take a few deep breaths,
Makes sense.
just to kind of center yourself.
Yeah.
And then this is where it gets cool. You pick something to watch.
Anything.
Anything.
Really?
Could be a tree swaying in the wind, like a coffee mug on your desk, even like the patterns on a rug.
So like I could literally just look at this coaster right here.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
And then instead of just glancing at it, you like really focus on it.
okay.
Noticing all the little details, like the colors, the shapes, the textures,
Okay.
even the way the light hits. Like imagine you're taking a mental snapshot.
A super high def one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like that.
Uh-huh.
But our source also mentioned doing this without judgment.
Right. So it's not about like labeling things as good or bad.
Yeah.
It's just about like taking it all in.
So if I'm watching like a crazy busy street,
Yeah.
I'm not like judging all the traffic.
Nope. You're just observing the chaos,
Wow,
Let go of those internal critiques.
that's tough.
It is. Our minds are like wired to judge, but the more you practice,
Yeah.
the better you get at it.
Okay, and the source also says like, our minds are going to wander,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
which is so true.
All the time.
Like, how do you deal with that?
Well, the trick is to just gently like guide your attention back.
Back to the object.
Yeah. It's like training a puppy.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
You don't freak out when it runs off.
You just redirect it.
Exactly. And over time, that focus muscle gets stronger.
Okay, that's good to know because some days my focus is like 0.
Research actually shows that even practicing for short amounts of time
Yeah.
can like help your concentration or even like your brain function.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, okay, so we've got like reduced stress, better focus.
Mm-hmm.
What else is there?
Well, our source talks about how mindful watching can even help you be more present
Okay, that makes sense.
and like appreciate the beauty around you more.
Yeah, like stop and smell the roses type of thing.
Exactly. And what's really fascinating to me is
What?
it can even help you connect with yourself on a deeper level.
How so?
Well, by observing the world, you kind of learn to observe your own thoughts and emotions
Oh, I see what you mean.
with more clarity and less judgment.
It's like taking that same lens and turning it inwards. Wow, that's deep. Okay,
Yeah.
so any tips to make this easier, especially for beginners?
Yeah. Our source actually suggests starting simple,
Okay,
like with a candle flame.
okay,
It's pretty static,
yeah,
so it's easier to focus on.
okay.
And they also recommend using a timer, especially when you're first starting out.
Oh yeah, like set a little timer.
Even just like 5 minutes a day can make a difference.
Okay, so small steps, consistency.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. And what about when my mind starts to wander? Which it will.
It will. Just be patient with yourself. It's
Okay.
totally natural.
Okay.
Just acknowledge it and gently redirect your attention.
Okay, no judging myself.
Exactly. And don't get discouraged with practice. You'll get better at it.
So it's like a workout for my attention span.
Uh-huh.
And a pretty awesome one with all these benefits.
Yeah, it's like a win-win.
Totally. And you know what I'm thinking?
What?
What if we take this mindful watching thing
Yeah.
and apply it to our own thoughts and feelings?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Like instead of just objects.
Yeah, like imagine observing your emotions without judgment.
See,
It's like a whole new level of self-awareness.
it's like mindful watching 2.0.
Right.
Wow, I like that. Okay, so listeners, I challenge you to give this a try
Yeah, it's worth it.
and see what you discover. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
See you next time.
Bye. Hey everyone, and welcome to our deep dive. Today we're going to be exploring something really cool and surprisingly simple
Oh, yeah.
for, well, reducing stress and just being more aware. It's called mindful watching, and I think you're going to love this one.
Yeah. You know how everyone's talking about mindfulness these days?
It's everywhere.
This is like its more chill cousin.
Yeah.
It's like the one you can actually hang out with.
Exactly. And we've got this awesome guide
Yeah, it's a good one.
to show us exactly how to do it and like all the amazing benefits and stuff.
Yeah, you know what I find really interesting is like mindfulness is great and all, but sometimes it feels like you need like special equipment or got to carve out like an hour.